First up, it's the gold medal match for the compound women.
We have on target number 1, representing Croatia, Mlinaric. On target number 2, representing Luxembourg, Mariya Shkolna.
So there we have our two first competitors of the day, Mlinaric of Croatia and Mariya Shkolna of Luxembourg. Two young and upcoming archers, Chris.
Yeah, Amanda showed some real promise a couple of years ago, winning ranking round at the World Cup in Antalya. It's some solid performances, but then obviously we had this break in competition, and it's difficult to know what level she's at. Good start to this season for her. Mariya Shkolna has shown some promise for a long time. Used to compete for Luxembourg, Poland. Now shooting for Luxembourg. Real chance to make a mark this season.
So a good start with arrow number 1 and a 10.
Quick pace from both these young women to start this gold medal match.
9.
I suppose it's about finding their pace early on. Shkolna with a 10 and a 9.
9.
Matching each other. Shkolna taking her time there, slowing down a little bit. So the Croatian dropping a couple of points there.
10-9-10 for Mariya Shkolna after the first and a 2-point lead.
The speed of the shooting is a little high, a little quicker than we expect, but it has been really windy in Croatia this week, and with a compound, that wind can really buffet you across the face when you've got your pin on the target. So that speed, they might have sped up just to try and get into the shot between the gusts, try and deliver some arrows down range that aren't going to be blown around too much.
Got a feeling that they sort of slowed down halfway through that. Obviously the coaches are there, maybe they took some advice from them.
Yeah, I mean too quickly is not a great thing. Obviously then you're forcing the shot in compound archery. There is a routine and a process you've got to go through, and with nerves, obviously in competition, the more the nerves come, the longer things take. But it wouldn't surprise me if they are getting these off quicker than normal, just to avoid the wind.
Amanda is 19 years old, but currently world rank 14. Mariya Shkolna 23, and
so compound archery, 50-meter range.
Shooting first on target number 1, Amanda.
And time for N2. So Mlinaric and Shkolna of Luxembourg. Shkolna 2 points ahead at the moment.
10.
Good start to the second end for her.
Eight, 9-liner, maybe a 9.
Shkolna not getting that quite right, and now it's all even.
9.
That second arrow of Mariya Shkolna likely to go for a measure. Difficult to see from this angle whether it's broken the line of the 9 ring and will be marked up. So
X.
No doubt on that second shot, though.
So Amanda Mlinaric now on 56.
9. On the board, we have a 29 by Amanda Mlinaric and a 27.
So there we are, all square then after N2.
For Mariya Shkolna.
We will get a measure on that second arrow of Mariya Shkolna on the second end. Doesn't seem to be a difficult decision from the judge.
We will know immediately.
So it seemed to break the line. We weren't very sure. If it's broken the line, then you get the higher of the two scores.
Yeah, in archery, you just have to touch the line, just no gap in between the outside or the inside shaft of the arrow and the black line surrounding the ring. That one landed in the 8 as an impact, but the top edge of that arrow shaft could have caught the black line on the bottom, and if that's the case, it will be upgraded. The judge is taking actually a really close look at that, or maybe that's the agent before it's confirmed.
So we have upgraded arrow 57.
But it does sound like that arrow's been upgraded.
56 for Amanda Mlinaric, Croatia. And Amanda will shoot first.
So you spotted that one, Chris. Right, let's see how N3 pans out. Shkolna on the right-hand side of the screen now. And it's Mlinaric who goes first. A point behind Shkolna right now.
10.
It's a good one. It's a 10.
You see most of the arrow impacts are landing right and a little bit low on both targets. They're leaking to the right, and the fact that they're not moving their sights too much, really an indication of the situation with the wind.
10.
I'm going slightly left. All square on points. Final arrow.
X. 10, 10, 10, 30.
Oh, she needed a 10 to keep things square. She's got a point. She's got 9. So Mlinaric.
Croatian hero here in Poreč, in her home country. She has a 86.
First time in this match, Sarah. Mariya Shkolna is behind. Both best ends so far from both of them, though. The group's tightened up. Just Amanda Mlinaric able to kind of keep that line tight and down the middle, not leaking out to the right with any buffeting wind.
So, 3 10s from Amanda Mlinaric turned it around. So a really, really good end from them. End 4 now. So Amanda Mlinaric of Croatia goes into N4 with a point lead.
Obviously in archery, it's the trailing archer who always shoots first. We've had Amanda Mlinaric opening up for us in each of the previous ends. Mariya Shkolna now will take to the stand first. Always easier to chase in a cumulative score match, compound archery. Difficult to lead.
Ooh. So Mlinaric gets another 10. That's 4 in a row, and that gives her a very good lead. Can Shkolna try close that gap?
7.
Not
That's
like that.
very strange.
It is. I was going to say, what do you think's going on there? Pressure?
Pressure, but it's very odd to have two land in exactly the same kind of vertical height. When she's been pretty good on the top of the 10 ring in terms of height so far in this match. It's a strange reaction. Maybe she could be trying too hard. She could be pushing too much. You know, a little bit more on the front arm can really push something low if you've got your pressure wrong. But she's corrected it with that last arrow. Too late, possibly.
Ten, 30 points.
Another
again.
triple 10.
Second 30 in a row. Now in the
116
lead,
to
6 points
110.
before the last, and 116 to 100.
That's going to be very difficult, isn't it, for Shkolna to close the gap, isn't it, Chris?
Well, a 6-point deficit over 3 arrows, very, very almost impossible, really, in compound archery to close up. It's very, very strange why Mariya Shkolna's arrows went so low, and you can see her talking to her coach there. I don't think it's either of them understand quite why things aren't lining up. A bit of indication with her hand. She's kind of possibly saying that her peep sight and her front sight weren't aligned properly. Compound archery, you have a little hole in the string that you look through to clarify the magnifying sight on the front and then point that towards the target. And if those are out of alignment, then obviously that's going to really change your arrow impacts. She probably set up a little bit strange, a little bit off of her normal kind of anchor position, and it's just sent those too low. Disappointing after a strong performance to start this gold medal final.
Let's see how they get on in the final end. N5 and Mariya Shkolna of Luxembourg has it all to do. A 6-point deficit. Just 3 arrows left to try and close the gap. It's going to be a big ask, but here she goes. Much longer hole than we've seen, I think, throughout this match. So Amanda Mlinaric looks to have this match in her pocket.
You can hear that wind picking up in the background. Really a parade, though, for Amanda Mlinaric. She doesn't need to hit 10s, just needs to hit in and around.
Great penultimate arrow from Shkolna, though.
10.
Is there such a thing as playing it safe when you're that much in the lead in archery?
Difficult to play a safe goal, always to hit the middle. Doesn't need to hit the middle with her last one, no, after this.
Well, strange action. I think she knew that, didn't she? She knew she'd got that wrong.
8. But even the last 8 is
so
enough.
It's a victory for Amanda Mlinaric of Croatia, and it was a very convincing victory as well. Gold medal in the compound women for Croatia for the home archer,
Congratulations.
and a convincing win.
And it could be down to something quite as simple as, you know, Amanda Mlinaric is Croatian, was shooting in Croatia. If she knows this field better, the wind conditions, and you can see they're really blustering. Interestingly, blustering right to left, and we saw arrow impacts landing on the right, which would kind of suggest symptoms of a left to right wind more. But she's obviously dealt with the wind conditions there. Mariya Shkolna getting caught on that last end and flinging her bow arm to try and rectify. Too little, too late. Anyway, fantastic performance from Mlinaric. A really promising performance as we head into this season with 143 points and a win in obviously challenging conditions.